What is up, guys? Welcome back. Yes, it's another soap video. I would like to introduce you to probably the best smelling soap fragrance we have ever done. It's pretty close, if not. This is Baja Cactus Blossom. It is from Midwest Fragrance. Midwest Fragrance, we've been delving into their supplies. We did our whole men's collection with that, and they are fantastic. If you guys have smelled them already, jump in the comments. This is Baja Cactus Blossom. This is a dupe or a type fragrance of a very, very popular brand who has done it so successfully. You can't go wrong. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna be making this today. We are calling it Desert Flowers. So when you guys are in the Etsy shop, look for Desert Flower. I will pin it at the top just to make sure that it's right there when you open the shop. We're gonna be using the pink, orange, and yellow. And then we're gonna be topping it off with some gold and white drizzle. And then we'll be doing a little design on top just to make it look nice. So as you guys know, we raise the goats, milk the goats, make the soap. So this is frozen milk cubes, filtered and frozen. We don't do anything else to it. We don't add moisture, we don't add water. Just whatever water is already in the milk. We don't cheat, full force goat milk soap. We do cold processed soap. Most of you already know this. So we have a water bath to the side. This is a true lye bar. So your ingredients are going to be olive oil, coconut oil, goat milk from our goats, lye, sodium lactate, which is a plant salt for a hardener. And then I already showed you the colors and the fragrance oil that we'll be using, all body safe tested. The notes on this, top notes are herbal greens, sparkling citrus, mid notes, vanilla coconut and cactus flower, and base notes are warm musk and sandalwood. Probably the most perfect blend of all of those fragrances to create this oil. It's just unbelievable. I cannot be more excited about this soap. I almost picked up a bar and showed you, and I can't yet. So let's just make it and then we'll cut it and you guys will see it at the end. How about that? Goat milk, obviously. Got excited. Lye. Beaded lye works best. And this part's gonna take quite some time, so bring you back when it's done. Olive oil. Coconut oil. Okay, so this is good. It's not cooled down to temp yet where I need it, but we're gonna add the sodium lactate. Stir that in. Back in the ice. I gotta keep my colors prioritized so I know which one to use first. We're gonna be doing layers, but kind of different. You guys know I like my layers. This oil isn't too bad. It's really good for layers because it sets up fast. And you get a good 4 minutes of playtime before you really start getting in trouble with it thickening up on you. It's always a very fine line of really getting this batter to a point where you're not going to end up having to wait 30 minutes for your layer to set up. But you also don't want to end up overbeating it and then ending up with pudding before you even get your layers poured. It's a fun game. fragrance oil. Now here's where we gotta move a little. Stay focused. So we're gonna use this little stick for all of our pours. And then I'm gonna leave this here, but I'm gonna move this over to the side, and I have other sticks already sitting over there. Just a very slight angle. But a very cute angle when it's all done, when you do several layers. I don't know if I'd say cute, I guess. It's a nice angle. For all you people out there that are always like, I hope there's enough for the last pour. Me too. Me too. Okay, so that's layer one, and it's really going to be 4 more of those. We're going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and we're going to use different colors. Now, you guys know when I come to a loss of words, I literally could put this in plain Jane and I would still use it. It is, the fragrance is that amazing. It's serious. It is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. But I'm telling you, it's just amazing. Absolutely love it. I will bring you back for the rest of the layers once I have everything mixed together and we're ready to pour. There's no point in walking you through the whole process again. So when we're ready to pour the next level, which is going to be orange, we'll bring you back for that. All right, y'all. Layer number 2. It's gonna be orange. Put that out of the way so I don't accidentally grab it again next time. Nothing's working right today. So I don't know if you can see that slight angle doesn't match the flatness of the bin. So what we're gonna do, last time we poured this way, so you get a bunch downhill, so it's thicker down here than it is up here. And we're just gonna flip that around. So now, it's gonna be thicker down on this end and thinner up on this end. So this was the thick end originally, and now it's gonna be the thin, and it'll be thick and then it'll be thin. Spoon drop this because we don't wanna punch through that bottom layer. You can see that's getting thick already and it's struggling to get into the corners. I gotta move. See how it's not rolling up into the corner? Okay guys, layer number 3. This yellow. Now this time we'll go back the other way. So we'll flip it around. We'll do deep, shallow. You know, there's a difference between the setting up in 4 minutes and being pudding where I can't work with it. and it being stable enough that I can pour on top of it. Okay, layer number 4. We go back to orange. So now I have pink, orange, yellow, orange. So I went the thick side uphill again. Okay, it's the last pour, the last melon. So we're going back to pink. And since we don't have to measure anything, just do a lineup like this. And let's do our pour like this. I don't know how I ended up with that much over. That's the first time that's happened. That's weird. We shall call this wife soap. That's a good 10 ounces right there. That's crazy. Oh, well, never run out of soap. Honey, I made you some extra soap. That is called a waste of money. Materials, supplies. So I'm going to spin these all around. My natural inclination is to wait a minute or two, but by the time I get done with this, they're going to be set up or setting up. Now, obviously, you guys know that I'm making this today on July 2nd. So this batch won't be in the July 5th restock, but I've already made everything else. So now what we're gonna do a little gold drizzle, and this is just olive oil and mica powder. And may or may not wash off pretty much right away. I put in my notes, go light, less is more. Now we're going to very lightly, as light as I possibly can, do the same thing with white. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to split this right down the middle as soon as I find my handy dandy air fryer skewer. What I'm going to do is just, I'm going to make myself a divide line. I'm just going to do a little backward swirl like that. We debated whether to do one huge one right down the middle or two small ones. And I kind of like the two small ones. Can't really do it upside down for you. The gold and the white is just such a strong contrast to the pink. And the pink's going to tone down a little bit. Okay, it's a little loud right now, but it calms down when it cures. Oh, I missed one. And it's got a nice raised texture to it. I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's all going to chill out. That gold's not going to look like mustard color. It's going to look like gold. And it's going to calm down a little bit. So it looks really good when it's finished. All right, guys. That's it for today. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll cut this, which will be pretty much right now. Oh, what's up? Good morning, babies. You're trapped. Good morning, babies. Slightly confused by human activity. Hi. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Here are the soaps. That pink toned down a bit. I kind of actually liked that pink when it was darker, richer like that. This is super cute. It'll be darker inside. I really love the soap. I've probably said that 50 times in this video. We'll see when I get to editing. I'm opening it and you can't see what I'm doing. Good job, me. Boop. There you go. Side view. The other side view. I still love that top. And then the bottom is just pink. So your pink, orange, yellow, orange, pink. And then same over here. And then that's what your end's gonna look like. So let me get my cutter set up and we'll cut these. Gonna get real up close and personal. The first one. Guys, these are absolutely, I just absolutely love these. I just think they're beautiful. And then there's what your inside looks like. And they're all going to be pretty much the same inside, or they should be, but they will be. And then there's your top on a single bar. So that's what you'll be getting this Saturday, July 5th on the Etsy shop. Link is always in the description. I'll cut some more for you soap cutting people. We get asked about these a lot. So just to clarify a little bit, we put these, once we get enough of these saved up, because it takes 3 to do 1 multi-pack mini, and that's 30 bars of soap for 1 mini pack. So we'll put these in the multi-pack minis, hoping to get those launched in August for you guys, or relaunched again, back on the Etsy shop. You don't get to pick, you don't get to choose. I try to make them as random as I possibly can. And you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You don't have to buy them, obviously. Some people like to buy them so they can get a little bit of a variety pack. Maybe they get something they haven't had before. But it'll be a mix of all the things that we've been making. So there might be some desert flower in there. There might be some of the men's collection. You just never know. If you haven't seen, I've done a few videos where I just lay all of the minis out on the counter, and then I just start randomly, I start going around in a circle and stacking them up, and I just keep going around so that it's always a different pack of everything. I'll show you guys one more of these. It's not quite as fun when it's the same design inside. I love my layers, and these layers come out so beautifully crisp. Just absolutely gorgeous. The amount of flat on those, there's a little bit of wobble on this one on the end here, but man alive. Beautiful bar. Smells more amazing than it looks. And you can get those in 2 days on the Etsy shop. Bye guys.